In this lecture, you will create the factory of factories, which is the DAO producer, which is responsible for creating the different types of factories, and also a test class that will test the entire pattern. Go to STS, right click, new class, call it DAO producer because it produces a DAO factory. We can also call it DAO factory producer. Finish. Public static produce is the method. It will take a string factory type. Given a factory type, it will return an appropriate factory back. DAO abstract DAO factory or DAO abstract factory DAF is equal to null. This is what we need to return. So the public static return type is DAO abstract factory. Hit Control 1, add a return statement which is null for now. Format it, and in between these two statements will go our code. This is very similar to the factory pattern logic because it is a factory of factories. Depending on the factory type, if factory type dot equals within double quotes XML. If the client passes in XML, it should return a XML factory back. So DAF is equal to new XML DAO factory. Else if factory type dot equals within double quotes DB, it should return back DAF is equal to new DB DAO factory. So based on the string type that is passed in, we are returning an appropriate factory back. We have the producer now. The last step is to create a test class which will act as a client. So new class with a main method, call it test, finish. Delete the to do. Create the factory instance by using DAO factory producer dot produce. Pass in XML and it should return as a XML factory back. Hit Control 1 on that line. Assign statement to a new local variable. Call it DAF. DAF dot create DAO. We have factory now. We are creating a DAO to which we need to pass in a type EMP. If I pass in DEPT, it will return the DEPT DAO back. Now I am passing in EMP, so it should get me a XML EMP DAO back. Assign statement to a new local variable. Call it DAO and invoke DAO dot save. Right click. Do a run as Java application, and we should see saving employee to the XML because we got a XML DAO which saves the employee information back. So this is the factory of factories. Here we get a factory back from the factory of factories. Using that factory, we are creating an instance of a DAO and invoke the method on it. If you change this XML to DB, run it, you should see saving employee to database. So we get a different instance back. It's that simple. Everything is abstracted out here. No big code changes in our application. If you want to switch from one type of DAO to another, and if I want to switch from employee to DEPT, simply change it to DEPT, run it, saving department to database. So the factory or the abstract factory is that powerful.